All right, so yeah, we're here to talk about how to boost your immune system and protect yourself from the coronavirus naturally. Okay, it's a very important topic of our time since we are having the coronavirus spreading all through the world. So let me give you a little, let you know a little bit about who we are and why we're doing this. My name is Lisa Wong. Again, I'm a vegan acupuncturist. I'm the founder of Center for Healing by Design. I come to realize how urgent and how big an impact this coronavirus is having us on in Wuhan and China, and it's spreading throughout the world. I didn't know the magnitude of this problem until recently. So I got together with my friend, Dr. Joe, and we are part of the Landmark Self-Expression Leadership Program. Landmark is a international training, personal development, and training program company. And we both are part of this program, and we want to really serve the community. And this is an urgent issue going on, so we take this on, and this is part of our service to our community, both local and global. Julie, you want to say hi to our friends and tell us a little bit about you?
Everyone, welcome. So my name is Chen Shou. I am an acupuncturist, the Chinese medicine practitioner.
I want to make sure that everybody hear Julie okay, because I am not hearing her really well. Can you hear me okay, Julie? Okay, okay. Let me know. Okay. So, okay, let's move on. We have, so what we're going to cover today is talk a little bit about the nature of this coronavirus, this new coronavirus, and what we can do to prepare ourselves from getting sick, to protect ourselves and our family. And so first we need to know how we avoid getting the virus, how this virus spreads, and then what are the ways naturally we can boost the immune system using acupressure and nutrition. Okay, that's what we want to do today. And they cannot hear me. Okay. Oh, since a little technical issue, that's great that we share office, so we can be we always have alternative. That's great. Thank you. So we end with the question and answer. So that's where we hear from you. And like I said, anytime you have question for us, just type into the chat box, and our friend Norman can help us monitor that and let us know. Okay, great. And then we'll finish the session today by telling you what we're going to do coming up next. This is only the beginning. Because there's so much information that we can share with you and support you, and we want to also hear from you as a community. So this is only the first in a series of webinars we want to provide to our community. So let's go ahead. Let's start by looking at what's going on today in the world and in our community.
Yeah, so far we have confirmed globally cases of coronavirus infected people are 85,000 globally. And we have the death, and people die from it are close to 3,000, 2,941 people. And we have a first death case in Washington, D.C.
Today, yeah.
Today.
Yeah, in the U.S., right?
That's right. And actually, good news, we have over 39,000 people cases have been recovered from the infection.
Yeah, so that at least that's a good news that you do recover. Actually, the statistic is that 80% of the cases are mild, and people do recover from this virus. So that's the good news. And in the U.S., like I said earlier, we have one case, the first case of death. Somebody passed away in Washington, and but so the most is in our state, California, here. So this is the best time we start by helping people get ready and get prepared. So this is a very good time that we start doing this.
So look at in California, coronavirus cases, 31 confirmed in California, 15 confirmed cases in the Bay Area, actually in our Santa Clara County, right? So 8,700 Californians, there was risk to expose to that.
Yeah, and they either they just came back from China, so they choose to self-quarantine, stay at home, so that they go through the incubation period, which is 14 days.
Yes, that's. Let's look at the nature of the coronavirus. The thing is, the coronavirus incubation time is from 14 to up to 1 month. That means during this 14 to 1 month period time, no symptoms, but it's contagious. That's a huge difference between this virus versus other virus. Like SARS, when you have symptoms, you become contagious for others. But the coronavirus, no symptoms, still can be contagious. That's the really most dangerous part. And so often after 14 days, some people the symptoms with some people came sooner, like you have dry cough, really continuous cough. And actually you feel fatigued, so fatigued and short breath, fever. So this is typical symptoms of the coronavirus. And most, some cannot, we know coronavirus cannot survive the temperature higher than 78 degrees. So in a cold environment, the virus survives. And actually, so the virus alone that cannot survive in the air, only hours. But if attached to some subject, like a cellular case, can stay up to 24 hours. So that's the death risk of the virus actually is just like a really respiratory failure, short breath. That's why in China, so many cases happen at the same time. So the hospital supplies could not meet the demand. That's why some people died of respiratory. Some people actually died at home because the hospital is limitation.
Yeah. Okay, so these are the symptoms. Julie said, we pass this virus by coughing and sneezing mainly, or touching surfaces, or being close to someone who has the virus. And the symptoms can go from coughing, shortness of breath. That's the main symptoms: coughing, shortness of breath, sore throat, headache, and could have chest pain, chills, rapid breathing, and sometimes fever. And then okay, so first of all, just the basic things, how we could keep ourselves from the virus.
Yeah, because the infection pathway is through the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the air is the main way, main pathway for us to get infected. Number one, wear the mask when you go to the crowded area. Especially wear the mask really conceal your whole mouth and also the nose. Actually, we're going to come to the video after this to show you how to exactly use the mask. You can really stay well, so it has a really effective way to prevent you get. And another way is really you need to wash your hands as often as you can. You know, that's really because our hands touch so many surfaces and unnoticeable is like second nature. So wash hands often, that's for sure is a second way to prevent you from getting the infection. And also any place, alcohol is very good way. Alcohol is disinfect any surface you often touch, like handles, your door handles, car handles. So all these surface people touch easily. So wipe yourself with the alcohol. Alcohol is very effective way actually can kill the virus. And also we talk about temperatures. Eat food, not cold food, right? Eat the food are cooked, warm food at this time because the temperature is going to kill the virus. And choose personal good hygiene, right? So avoiding direct contact with the people close in close distance, and that's what happened in the church, right? People say greeting each other with namaste instead of shaking hands, hug each other. Yeah.
Great. So the good news is that, of course, besides doing the basic hygiene, the good news we need to know and to trust is that we are our best doctor. And this Nobel Prize, Dr. Albert Schweitzer, he's a Nobel Prize winner, and what he said is that each patient carries our own doctor inside us. They come to us. Most people don't know that they are the best doctor. But we are in our best when we give and let our best doctor do its work. That means when we know and trust that our immune system, which is our doctor, I call it the concept, the inner doctor. That's when really we can defend all diseases, including viruses. It could be from bacteria and fungi and other diseases. But in this case, we're talking about viruses.
Yeah. So knowing our self is our best doctor. So your body actually has everything you need to heal, and that's our body design. So let's use a quote from Leonardo da Vinci. Said, "Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication." So simple, use our body, stimulate our immune function, and that's the best way to go.
Yes, and knowing that vaccine takes 12 months to develop, so we can't wait around and do nothing. So the good news is that we know that we could do something to help strengthen our inner doctor. Okay, so how do we do that and what kind of tools we have? That's what my nonprofit, Healing by Design, offers to people. This is a concept just as using your body as a car. You need to know what your car, how there's these control panels in your car, which I will teach you one of them, very useful. And then as a car, you also want to know what gasoline to put in the car to go for lots of mileages. And then you want to also know how to charge your car. So this concept, just make it simple, is that you have the best car and you are the driver, and we teach you how you can be the best driver. In this case, how to make your lungs better using a control panel, which I will show you in a moment. Okay. And as what I mentioned, the gasoline is for our body, and because the inner doctor, that power within us, can help us heal, the power to heal within. So the coronavirus is a microbe, as you know, it's microorganism, and this is all about a war between the good microbe, which is actually in our body, and these bad microbes like the coronavirus. So think of it this way, make things very simple. So in order for us to actually, in reality, if you don't know already, our body has all trillions of microorganisms, bacteria, viruses, fungi, already every day in our body. We don't feel them because we feel healthy. Because why? Because there's the good microbes in our body that keeps the bad microbes in its place, so it doesn't do us any harm, right? So if we are to make the coronavirus not doing any harm to us, we want to make sure our body has lots of good microbes. So that is how we can do through nutrition. And one of the things is hydrogen. I want to just briefly go through this, not take that too much time, because later on, in our future video or webinars, we can go into details. But today, we'll just want to introduce you to the idea that these things is all help us increasing the good microbes and our inner doctor capability to fight off the bad microbes, which is the coronavirus. So hydrogen is something that everybody, us, the plants, and the animals need to survive, to live healthy. And it comes from the sun. So every one of us gets that hydrogen actually through plants, through fruits and vegetables. Even the animals do that. So just know that where we get the most benefit is from plants and fruits and all kinds of carbohydrates that has hydrogen in it. And know that our body needs those good microbes now to actually help us break down the plants and fruits and vegetables so that we get the hydrogen from it, so to drive our engine for our car. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And so just to know that inside our body, our cells really care about how much hydrogen we take in through what we eat. So that's the ultimate premium fuel. So keep that in mind. Just remember that. Okay. And it was discovered by this Nobel Prize biochemist back in 1939 that hydrogen is really a powerful medicine. that actually is more powerful than any surgeon's best knife. So that's how powerful hydrogen is. And we could get hydrogen from lots of plants.
Yeah, you can see the benefit of the hydrogen to every part of our body. That the kidney, of course, right? Our brain, mostly hydrogen is part of it. Our lung, talk about the coronavirus, mostly affect our, respiratory system, mainly the lung. So with sufficient hydrogen, this is fundamental to keep your body, especially the lung function optimal. So you can fight over. I mean, you can get, preventing from get those infections.
Consider most people die of acute respiratory, that means the lung function failure, right? So having hydrogen, actually in Japan and China, they use hydrogen gas in the hospital, in the ER, emergency room, to revive those lung functions. So that's why lung function in this case is most important for treating the coronavirus, for prevention and for treatment. That's right.
So how do we talk about, the hydrogen is important. And actually let's come to how can I boost our body's immune system. Our immune system in Chinese medicine is start with the qi, energy flow. Energy flow in the meridian, in the organs. So the blood will flow to organs, so body has all the oxygen function. How do we boost this flow, the energy, the blood, and in terms ultimately boost the immune function? So we can use the acupressure points. The point is on the line of the energy flow. So by press the proper points, actually it's going to stimulate the flow, and then at least the circulation is going to go to every part of your body. Acupressure you can do body, and you can do ear. Our little ear.
And I will demonstrate.
Yeah.
In a moment.
Yeah. Also hand. Our hand is the easiest way access to acupressure. You don't. We're gonna. Lisa is gonna show you the pressure points specifically for the coronavirus prevention and treatment. And besides that, we talk about the nutrition. What kind of food, and especially how can we set up the good digestion enzyme, the probiotics, right?
Yeah, so the immune system is really 75% of the immune system is in our digestive system. So that so when we have our digestive system working optimally, then that's the best way to boost our immune system. So if you could take digestive enzymes and probiotics, probiotic is the good bacteria, right? I just mentioned. And the good news is that the most powerful digestive enzymes that people take is in the liquid form. You could get it capsule form in Amazon, but in China, it's good that we can give you some information of what people have success. Actually, in Wuhan, in China, over China is using that is actually successful in keeping them away from the virus is digestive enzyme drinks they have in China. Those families who drinks the digestive enzyme drinks every day, they don't get sick. They do, even though their neighbors get the virus, but they themselves stay strong and healthy.
Another part of our immune function total rely on how balanced our body, mind, spirit. Actually under stress, especially the fear of getting infected, worry about the other people care, the compassion for others, or if your family or if somebody has those infections, certainly you are not at ease. So we're going to show you how to balance our body, mind, stay calm, stay balanced So by use like we call qigong exercise, qigong meditation, all this will help our immune function. So that's what we're going to cover later.
Yeah, in future next webinar or videos we can create, right? That's right. So molecular hydrogen, at first I talked about how hydrogen is the premium gasoline for our body. So if you can get out there in the market, Amazon has these molecular hydrogen tablets or even machines to make the hydrogen water. This has to be molecular hydrogen enriched water. That way you can benefit from this powerful molecular hydrogen therapy that I talked about. And of course, the vitamin A, C, E, D, those are also very crucial to boost our immune systems. So make sure you get plenty of that.
And zinc is also important. So a lot of zinc is keep our immune function well strong.
Yeah, there's a lot of elements that specifically good for the immune system. Well, we talked about the veggies and fruits, and so plant-based diet definitely, especially staying away from the dairy and eggs, and even all animal protein is the best because, as you see, the coronavirus comes from eating the animals from the seafood market. And a lot of the outbreaks in the past comes from animal source. So it's a really safe way and really good reason for you to start adapting the plant-based food, whole plant-based diet if you haven't yet.
So we can talk about some really practical things you can do to prevent you from getting the virus. So we recommend you drink a warm and even hot water because that not only gets your body circulation and actually it's going to probably kill the coldest survive the virus. And alkaline-based water is certainly the best. So if you can get a water, spring water mostly is alkaline, like a 7 point above. So that's very important.
Yeah, most actually molecular hydrogen water, yeah, and
it's also very alkaline. Yes, higher alkaline. Yes.
So yeah, so keep in mind the temperature above the 80 Fahrenheit can kill the virus. So make sure you keep your body warm and eat foods that actually are on the warm side, the warm temperature, like ginger, pepper, turmeric. Turmeric and the curries increase the blood flow, so that will increase the detoxing function so that we can flush out the bad microbes.
Yeah, like garlic itself is garlic or ginger is natural antibiotic, maybe antiviral. Use those often.
Absolutely, garlic is antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal.
Yeah,
a lot of the foods we can have in your kitchen is the best medicine, the natural medicine for you. So of course, we know the viruses likes cold, so try to avoid going to cold places is good idea. And of course, if you have a fever, somehow develop a fever, then right away drink ginger soup or tea and cover yourself up with lots of covers and sweat it out. That's the very traditional way of
reduce fever. because
anything, yeah, any
detox
right, exactly.
right away.
Mhm. So, and then make sure you get plenty of sunshine that warms your body. And those of you who live in warm places, lucky you. And so those of you who, yeah, if you can get lots of sunshine, that is that's very ideal. And exercise, of course. Make sure your the blood flows and get things moving, and so your body, your inner doctor will do his or her what you need to do to keep you healthy. Okay. All right. So let's move on to the next section on how. Okay, we talked about how acupressure, the energy channels in the body, uh, works to help you boost your immune system. Why? Because we are actually hardwired these energy channels. And specifically what I teach people are these areas in the body we call control panels, because they are developed really early on when we're in the womb still. So you can see that, so what I'm going to teach you is use the ear and the hand. Due to the time constraint, I can't teach you everything, but just the two parts of the body that we're going to learn how to protect your lungs. So you can see the hand, the arms here, and the ear. It comes from like even the first month, that's actually the 22nd day of after conception. So we have that wired in our body really early on. So, so I know that it would be surprise you that will seem so easy that you think this is like child play. You might not think, oh, just doing this will help me boost my immune system. Well, trust it. I used not to believe it as well, but I have tested this myself on my own body. Actually, I saved my life by climbing Mount Kilimanjaro. Being 19,000 feet high, I could hardly breathe. The oxygen is so thin at that where that is. That what I just will teach you is the way I boost my immune system and get my lung function and heart function activated so that I can breathe normally in this extreme environment. So if I can do it, I'm sure your body can also do it and could also save your life. Okay, so first I teach you this way to get to your lungs, strengthen your lungs by massaging your hand. So this picture here you see is your hand. And where is the lung? Where is the lung in your hand? You see the middle finger on the bottom section of the middle finger is your lung, right? And the bottom is your heart. So when you know that's where your lung and heart is, at least it's connected to there, you just use firm pressure and press on that section, okay? And because by pressing this area, you are increasing blood flow to your lung and to your heart to activate that function and telling your brain to increase blood flow there. So that is what you're doing when you need to boost your immune system. Actually, to increase the immune system for your whole body, you just rub your hand, your front and back, and all the fingers. So you could just massage, any way you can. It could be very creative. You don't have to do exactly, but just by rubbing your hand warm, it gets the whole body circulation going. That is a very simple way to boost your immune system. Now, some of you actually asked for us to show you what happened if you get sick, you got infection, and you want to use this to help yourself without any medication. And it's very possible. You just say if you have cough, everything is the lung, right? The coughing, the sneezing, everything is the lung system. So what you do is you press downward on your middle finger, even all the way up from the neck down. You see here my arrow? You could just press downward in that area. You can actually stop the coughing, stops the sore throat. In this case, with the coronavirus, it's the coughing is the most popular, most common symptom. So this is something you can do. Even if you have pneumonia, you can massage that area where the lung is on the hand. Okay, so that's one way you could use your hand to help yourself. Now, how about the ear? Okay, so the ear is, look at this, is an upside down baby of a picture of you when you are a baby, when you're 22nd day old. And here I have a big model of the ear, so you can see. So basically, the lung is inside this this hole here and at the bottom. So you want to press down inside here, and if your lung is weakened by maybe the virus or something, you will feel sore. So you just press downwards, okay? And then to boost the whole body immune system, you want to press all along the side of the ear, like this, from the bottom and to the top. So this will look like this. You press using 2 fingers and then just pinch, pinch, okay, until you feel warm. Your whole ear will start feeling warm. So you do that for both sides, and you'll get the whole body circulation going. That's another quick way for you to boost your immune system. Okay, so I think we have question answer time coming up before. Oh, maybe we could talk about what we do next, and then we.
Yeah, I can add something. Okay, besides you can do ear, you can do hand. Actually, also you can press the point right below, above the chest bone. Yeah, it's right here. So, that's actually, and then the point beside. Yeah, so, okay, so you can press here.
Okay.
That inward, downward. So hold here, push downward. And then also the point behind. So also hand-wise, you can press this point. Right here.
What, at the bottom of the thumb?
Yeah, the thumb, the
base of the thumb.
base of thumb. So this area also can help ease your symptoms. And also, another thing you can do, you can eat some tangerine. Tangerine, if you really have bad cough, so you can eat tangerine with the skin. Actually, the mandarin, not orange. So what we do, actually, usually we cook together with, we call rock candy. You can get it for Chinese grocery store. Rock candy, put it inside of the mandarin, you steam it. So eat a whole thing, you steam for 20 minutes. So that's really can help you bring the cough down. So not only for coronavirus, but also in general speaking. That's a little tip I will share.
That's a great tip, Dr. Doe. Okay. All right, so now it's question and answer. Let me see how. what we have here. I could hear these stuff. Okay, this is the chat window. Let me see, what answer do we have? Let's see, this one's question. I believe it takes 18 months. Yes, okay, 18 months. I don't know, 12 months or 18 months. Okay, let's see here. People believe you have you get your protein from plant-based. Oh, so Cloud asked, people believe that you have to have animal protein to keep a balanced diet. Can you get your protein from plant-based? Absolutely. There are lots of plants like broccoli, any dark green vegetables like kale, they give lots of protein. And so, yes, that is totally possible. Oh, I am a vegan and I get all my protein from eating plants. So it's definitely.
I can testify. So actually, I just since last September, so Lisa enrolled me to be a vegan. I said yes. One of the reasons is I want to test if the body does not take animal protein, is it still healthy? So I really have that question in my mind. So I did actually so far 6 months. I did my blood work. Every nutrition level is correct. More so my cholesterol, blood sugar level so much down. So from my own experience, you can do with that, with just plant-based protein, like tofu, bean, and nut.
Yes, there's definitely lots of ways to get your protein. Okay, so countdown. If you're vegan and you do not, okay, so Cloud asked another question. If you're vegan, you do not want to use sugar unless it's vegan sugar, otherwise it's processed through a bone char. That's something, yeah, I didn't know too earlier. Most people don't know that. So it's very important we know that it's not processed by animals. Okay, so thank you, Truman. You share a link to all the best vegan protein choices. Thank you. Okay, any more questions? Feel free to type in the chat box. Okay, so do we recommend onion?
Yes, especially actually the green onion. Green onion is has a function opens all the channels. You can see the shape is whole, right? So yeah, green onion is great. Actually, the regular onion also very is also almost like garlic family. So it can have the anti-fungus, anti-bacterial virus effect. Yes.
Yes, onion is good. Unless you're Buddhist, then you don't believe in picking onion. You can raise your hand if you have questions, then we can actually we can unmute you and have you ask your question. Say by saying your question if you like.
Yeah.
If you don't want typing. Anybody? Oh, someone has raised a question. Okay, go ahead. Next is 5. Can you say something? You could
Yes.
ask. Okay, go ahead.
This is Stefan. Thank you for doing this. I like to, the question I'm having is, will you be recording this and will you post on the website somewhere?
Yes, we are recording this. And we will put it on our actually Facebook. Thank you for asking. I was gonna tell you about our Facebook. We created the Facebook with the same name, Thrive in Epidemic Times, on Facebook. So you're welcome to join us. It's a public group. Then we will put all our recording from our webinar or our videos we create, like Julie mentioned that we're going to create a video showing you the proper way to wear your mask so that you cover maximally your face and so give you maximum protection.
All right. I have another question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Go ahead. What's your name?
This is Tavon.
Oh, Devon. Thank you for being on.
So this is wonderful. So I saw the middle finger where for the throat and for the when we coughing we should press on the I
The
think
middle
the
finger,
second
yeah.
index. Yeah, the middle finger, the second index of
The middle finger, yeah.
yes. But I'd like to ask, like how long should I be massaging, pressing on that area if I cough?
Good question. As long as you want.
I
Of
see.
course, if you're coughing, you have symptoms, then you press until you stop. The symptoms stop.
Oh, great. Great. Thank you. I will try that.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank
Have
you.
fun.
Yes. Thank you, Lisa, Julie.
Okay. Anybody else? Okay. Another one. Okay. Okay. Cloud.
Yes. My
Hi,
question
Cloud.
is, hi. Hi, Julie.
Hi.
My question is, what kind of extensive research have they done on the hydrogen in Asia? And how many years has that been done?
Oh, great question, Cloud. Thank you. So molecular hydrogen has been studied by the Japanese since 15 years ago. And since then, all the other countries like China, US, all over the world, Europe, Germany has joined the research. And so there's a nonprofit called Molecular Hydrogen Institute.com. They're a nonprofit, but their website is molecularhydrogeninstitute.com. You can go there and see all the 1,000 or more, I'm sure there's more now, clinical trials that they did on molecular hydrogen. And they, because of molecular hydrogen research, they found that alkaline water has its therapeutic effect. It's because of the hydrogen in it. But then alkaline water, the pH water, as you know, has a relatively low concentration of hydrogen, whereas molecular hydrogen water usually has much higher concentration. So I recommend, personally, if you can get access to molecular hydrogen, which means another name for it, H2 water, it's actually more powerful in therapeutic effect.
Okay. Yeah.
Let me ask, Cloud, does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Let me introduce myself. At the beginning, probably you did not hear me. So, my name is Judy Zhou, and I'm also acupuncturist, the vegan acupuncturist. So I'm a founder of Eternal Health and Wellness. So Lisa and I, in Namaka education program, self-expression leadership. So this we came up to this project. So we want to really make difference for people through our webinars, right? Some on Facebook. So we want to everyone join us. You know, share what you know, share what you really want to know, right? So make this community become yours.
Yeah, originally, well, actually, during the Wuhan outbreak, I was actually in conversation with Norman, who has his relative in Wuhan at the time, and we were on the phone and we brainstormed how we could help people in Wuhan, and we come to present that the best way is to use technology, use the internet, because they have internet there, but even though everybody stuck at home, and so that's why we thought along that line, develop something that can let people use the internet to get the information, get help, and which we could share our knowledge, our skills to teach people these very simple, very easy to use skills to help themselves, rather than they, stay at home and feeling anxious and helpless because they can't go to the hospital probably at this time. And so that's how we started that idea. Okay, great. Anybody else? We have 4 minutes before we wrap up here. And anybody have any questions that we can answer or comment? We would love your feedback, because this is the first time doing this, and we want to really, make use of this project and the platforms to serve you guys and serve our community. And of course, make sure, if you haven't yet, join our Facebook group, which is the name, you just type in Thrive in Epidemic Times. And here we put out the name here. Yeah, there you go.
On our first page, probably. How to join the Facebook. Oh, yeah, sure, I think.
Yeah. And our website for our company, also Center for Healing by Design, and myeternalhealth.com. So I see Cloud have raised hand. Did Cloud raise your hand? Oh, okay. Oh, that's my mistake. Okay. Yes, so love to thank you, Chuman. You're awesome too. And thank you for turning in all the way from Taiwan. I know.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you for being here. Support our action, right? It's awesome, and being here to share. So certainly we try to do every few weeks webinars specifically about how with different modalities to boost our immune function, boost our health, well-being overall. So you can really strive in any situation.
Absolutely. So yes, Cloud, we'll be listing the different things we mentioned in the links. That's a good idea. We'll prepare maybe a checklist and then post on the Facebook, so people can access it. Wonderful. So I also want to take this opportunity to thank Norman on the line to help us with monitoring our questions from our participants and also keep us on time.
Thank you everyone for joining us today. You make a difference with that.
Yes, thank you for coming to support us, and I hope yourself, your loved ones, and your family stays healthy. And remember, as long as we keep enough good bugs, we can keep away the bad bugs, which include the coronavirus. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Bye. We send you all
Love.
our love